All right, guys, I'm going to do kind of a late night video for you. Well, late night for me is 7 p.m. these days, but I usually do all these videos in the morning. But this just came up in Sync Academy, too important to put off, so I wanted to make a video right away while it was fresh and I was feeling really amped up about it. So if you've been following my YouTube channel for a few months, probably close to a year now, a while back I posted a series of videos about why you got to be very, very careful with using particularly splice loops, but it really applies to any website or service where you're getting full loops and putting them into your TV film production works. I'll link the original video below so you can get all of the specifics if you missed out on that. It's really, really important, okay? So do not skip over that if you are using loops in any way in your music. It's worth watching, okay? It could literally save you maybe a relationship with a library, as we'll talk about in this video. But the gist of it is essentially you can be sued even when you're using loops the legal way, right? Even if you're using loops in the way that they are legally allowing you to use them, meaning in full and in commercial production and in TV film libraries, even if your end user license agreement for Splice or whoever you're working with, whoever you're getting your samples from, even if they give you all those permissions and you're 100% safe, you can still be sued. This is a big thing that a lot of people were not understanding with the last set of videos that I put out. They were saying, well, this is stupid. Like, if you use samples and you're cleared to do it, well, any judge will just throw out those frivolous lawsuits. Yes, you're probably right. Do you have extra free time and mind time and the resources maybe to even hire a lawyer to fight off frivolous lawsuits? Because when they come at you, you can't just like, oh, just ignore it and we'll let it go to court. That's not what you do. You want to respond, you want to get it done, you want to get it out of your life, because if you don't, it gets worse and worse and worse, and they start coming at you with deeper threats, and they come at you saying, hey, you're failing to respond to us, so we're going to make a note of this when we take you to court that we tried to settle this and you were being stubborn essentially, and you were not wanting to meet us halfway. So you guys are correct that it's probably not a legitimate lawsuit that would win. That doesn't mean that you're not going to be dealing with the headache of a lawsuit being thrown your way. So with that out of the way, hopefully that comes through. This is what happened in Sync Academy. So a member was sharing with us a clause that was in a library agreement that he's just signing or thinking about signing. And it had a specific clause in there that basically said, if we get sued by anybody frivolously, just a frivolous lawsuit, and it's regarding your music, right? Meaning samples, loops, how you produced it, if you use somebody's, you co-wrote with somebody, anything. If there is a lawsuit thrown at us regarding your music, and they actually use the word frivolous, so a frivolous lawsuit, so the library is telling you, we know a lot of these that are going to be coming at us are frivolous. You, the composer, the writer, are going to pay us our legal fees to fight this nonsense. That is coming into these libraries' contracts now because of this stuff, okay? So once again, I want to be very, very clear. Yes, you can use loops however you'd like to, as long as the end user license agreement says you can. You can do that. However, watch this video. It's in the description box below. And please just follow my advice. Please just trust me on this. There are certain loops you just don't want to use, even though you can. Legally, you can. And yes, it's wrong for them to send lawsuits at you and try to sue you for this stuff. But you just don't want to definitely be in this situation where you're going to be coming out of pocket and paying for the legal defense of a library. Now, there's another part of me thinking, could they even put this in a contract? Would it even hold up that you would be paying somebody else's legal fees regarding your music? I mean, I can kind of see it going both ways, but this is what it is right now. Until somebody challenges this in court, I think these things are going to be coming through with a lot of these agreements. So how do you, as a composer, make sure that you're safe and not going to be opening up a frivolous lawsuit and having your library have to fight off a frivolous lawsuit about your music, okay? Watch that video in the description box. That's all I can do for you guys. So it's a crazy world out there. We are in the Wild West, and there's a lot of nonsense going on out there, but there are still ways to keep yourself safe, to be smart, and to produce music in a way that will completely minimize your chances of headaches and problems. I'm not going to guarantee you'll never have headaches and problems. You will definitely have your fair share of those, as I have in my career. but we can try to at least avoid these kind of problems. I luckily, at least knocking on wood somewhere, have never dealt with anything like this. No copyright, no frivolous lawsuits, no loop issues. I've never had anything like that jabbed my way yet. So hopefully I continue on with that. But I also just want to sort of keep harping on this stuff for you guys, because it is the worst thing to get just tied up in when you don't have time to be doing that. We really should be just be focusing on making music and servicing our clients and making our libraries' jobs easier. You know, if you're the reason why a frivolous lawsuit gets thrown their way, do you think a library will continuously want to keep getting music from you? Maybe if you're lucky, and they might have a real sit down and come to Jesus talk with you about, hey, no more using splice at all, and no more using full loops at all, no more doing this and this and this. If as long as you can give us your word, you're not going to be doing that, we can keep working with you. But it's better just to not have to have that conversation and just stay safe. So definitely watch that video below. It's one I released a while ago. Couldn't think of a better reason to sort of repost it and get the word out once more on this important topic. If you guys have any questions, if you're still confused about any of this, you have no idea what I'm talking about, watch that video first, but then come back and leave a comment here. I'll be happy to clarify anything I possibly can. All right, guys, best of luck.